Good morning, everyone. This is going to be the reading for the week of August 21st through August 28th. So thank you for tuning in. Today's reading is going to mostly focus on you, the one who's watching. We're not going to have our twin in this equation for this week. This is going to be a very inner focused week, very much focused on our own development, our own intuition, and our own self-care. So again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you want a reading about your twin, this is not going to be the video for you. So you can do whatever you want with that. You can either, watch it for yourself, or if you're only focused on your twin, then this reading will probably not resonate. So this reading, I'm focusing on us for this week because I've just noticed a lot of patterns with people, and they're getting exhausted. They're getting irritated with people. They're getting irritated with their journey and their twin and everything. And this is not where we want to be. We don't want to be sitting there holding grudges or holding any anger or any frustration for our counterparts. So we're going to see what's going on with us. We're going to do kind of a little bit of a checkup. With our phones, I'm pretty sure everybody everyone watching this has a smartphone or is familiar with a smartphone. There's a feature on the phone called a cache, which is where a lot of extra data goes. Throughout your day when you're on apps and websites, little bits of data are collected and put in this cache part of your phone. And after a while, when that cache gets really full, your phone slows down, the system slows down, and the phone doesn't work as efficiently or as quickly as you want it to. So I'm encouraging all of you to clear your cache, maybe not just on your phone, but for yourself too. If you're feeling irritable, with people, like you look at your phone and you're getting that phone call from someone that you once called your best friend and you're just like, ugh, I can't deal with them. That's something that is telling you might need to clear everything out. Also, if you're kind of in a slump, you're just not exercising self-care, you're not, keeping up with your hygiene, you're not keeping up with your healthy eating or an exercise plan that you were so excited about a week ago, that's another sign. Now, any of this stuff long-term could signal depression, and in that case, you may want to talk to a professional about it. But if this is just something that's going on over a couple of days, you may want to take some time and reflect and kind of go into hermit mode a little bit and, not overwhelm yourself. Another sign that you're taking on, that things are just getting to be too much for you, is your energy drains around certain people a lot quicker, and it's not always about the person. It could be you. It could be that you're just, you go out to the mall, or you go out to Walmart, or you go out to the grocery store, and all of a sudden you get to your car and you just feel exhausted. That's another sign. So we're going to see what's going on. There is a reason for this. Also, in our dream state, you're going to be noticing a lot of really weird dreams. And that is your own consciousness way of doing what, a data dump, pretty much. They're just dumping a bunch of data, and some of these dreams you'll remember, some of them you won't, but you'll know when you wake up, you feel like, like you just feel really heavy, like you've been very active in your dream state. I would consider that a good thing, because it means that all that extraneous data has been eliminated. So that's a good way for our subconscious to take care of ourselves. And that's something that's also orchestrated by our guides. So if you are having dreams that your boss is in a duck costume, or you've got all kinds of weird stuff going on, don't look into it. There may be a message, there may not be. Your guides will let you know. Most likely, if you're dreaming about people in duck costumes, it's most likely just a little bit of a data dump in your brain. So with that being said, I'm going to get to the reading. We have a full moon coming up on Sunday, and it's a full moon in Pisces, so that's why we're getting prepared like we are. This is a pretty good full moon, because this full moon actually forms, if you look at the astrological chart, it forms a kite. It's really cool. So this is going to be a pretty good full moon for you if you are really in tune with your intuition and you're really into psychic energy. If you're a water sign, or if you're attracted to water. this is going to be a good full moon for you. This is a good full moon to manifest your desires, work on your intuition. The dreams that are going to come up around and after the full moon are going to be the really significant ones. And then you'll notice an upgrade in your psychic abilities. And again, that comes with ear ringing, head pressure, pressure in your chakras, that kind of stuff. So be on the lookout for that. The first deck I'm going to use is the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. And I'm going to pull 3 cards from that. And we'll see what is going on with us. Okay. Okay, perfect. First card is the 5 of Cups. So we are going to be letting go of something this week. This dream state, these emotions we're feeling. We're going to be losing something. We're either going to be losing, could be losing a relationship, could be losing a friendship, something that has a lot of emotion with us. Now, some of us, I have had reported, I've actually experienced this myself too. Some of us are going to go through some financial stuff, and it's not going to be catastrophic. It'll look catastrophic on the outside, but I urge you, if anything big comes up this week, take a day, step back, breathe, examine everything, because this isn't 2011 when we would just jump at something would happen, we would just freak out and panic. And this isn't 2011, okay? This is 2018. We are upgraded individuals, so just step back, take a deep breath. Spirit and the universe has got our back. We got to ask ourselves why this is happening. So I'm not predicting financial catastrophe, but it may be stoppage of a regular payment. It may be a job cut or hours cut, pay cut, something like that. Take that as a blessing. Take that as a sign that you're progressing. Like I said, I've had that happen, and at first I panicked and got angry and got upset, but in the long run, I realized that there's something coming for me that's even better. So hang in there, folks. Please don't freak out. And 5s are always about changes. The cups are about our emotions. So it really does cover a vast amount of things. It could be like I said, a relationship, a job, a friendship, a loss. It could even be a loss of a person. It could be someone who has been very ill, who might pass away, and you're going to mourn them, and that kind of thing. And with the full moon in Pisces, it might increase your communication with that person when they cross over. So, but don't panic. It's not catastrophic. If I had all 5 sitting here, then absolutely I would be like, yeah, something's coming, or a tower or something like that, but there's none of that going on. So just hang in there, folks. Next card is the Hierophant reversed, and this is just about something shaking us by our course, shaking up our beliefs, and since it's in reverse, it's not going to be as catastrophic, like I just said. It's going to be something that's going to make you, instead of freaking out, like I said, you're going to sit back and say, okay, let me look at this from the outside. Let me look at this from a different perspective. And this is the Hierophant is that teacher, is that person that teaches you how to look at your beliefs from another angle. So that's what's going to be going on here. You're going to be looking at everything. You might be, redoing your budget. You might be looking over your Facebook friends and making some changes, that kind of thing. A lot of stuff is going to change in the next week. And finally is the Death card. And now this death, for those who are familiar with tarot, does not necessarily mean the death of a person, but it could. I never read it for individuals as a death of a person because, again, it's free will. Anything can happen. But the Death card is always about endings and transformations and about things getting better and things progressing. So all in all, these 3 cards are really good. If you were to look at them from a negative viewpoint, then you would look at them as something that's not positive, but I'm looking at this from a positive point of view. So we're going to be letting go. We're going to be getting some new ways of coping, and we're going to be ending a lot of things that no longer serve us. So the next deck I'm going to use is the Lover's Oracle. It's got these heart-shaped cards here. So these are going to be for you. you know, if you do want to apply them to your twin, that's fine. That's fine too. But this reading, I mostly want to focus on you. Okay. First card is healing, right here. And it says, imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed at this very moment. So that's a very good card for what we're going through right now, especially with this Pisces moon. This is a very healing moon, a very good moon for developing your psychic abilities and your ability, and also if you're a healer, ability to heal. Second card is romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. So this could be when, you know, you go through everything and you you experience another level of healing. You could actually reunite with your twin or your beloved. So that's awesome. That's a good card for the reading. The third card is right here. It says, beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. So again, about projection, about taking things that are going on right now and not reacting, but sitting back and saying, okay, what can I gain from this? You know, what can I gain from this loss or this, you know, change in my life? So the second deck I'm using is Spirit Messages from, I believe it's from John Holland. Let me see. Yep, John Holland. Oops. I moved my little thing here that it was sitting on. Okay. So Spirit Messages from John Holland, and I'm going to do 3 cards, and this is going to be advice for the upcoming week. What we need to work on and what we need to be aware of. Okay. Self-sabotage is number 1, again, about reacting instead of sitting back and taking a minute. When you learn to get out of your own way, there will be no stopping you. Most of the time, it's not others who prevent you from achieving your true goals. It's that inner voice that derails those carefully woven plans. I'm like the queen of the self-sabotage. Well, I used to be. I'm putting that out of my reality now. But I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. You overthink, you react, you panic, that kind of thing. The next card is Caregiver. And it says, we are with you, and Spirit has its own way of recognizing the care and love you provide to others, especially at the end of their lives, just as you receive care and love at the start of your life. Caregivers often focus all their attention on their loved ones and often neglect their own concerns and well-being in the process. So again, if you are in the care of a family member, if you are in the care of somebody, if you're working as a nurse or working in hospice, this reading, seems like it's a current theme in this reading throughout. So this might be specifically for one person. It could be for 10 people, or it could be for 50. But if you are in a caregiver position, if you are in a position, where you are in hospice or something like that, things with that person may change this week. I'm not saying it will, but it seems like the reading is centered towards that in some ways. So the last card is Nature. And it says, this is the time to absorb the healing properties that nature has to offer. Your mind, body, and soul need nourishment, energy, revitalization, and strength. Nature has much to offer, so take this time to connect and spend some quality time outdoors. And this is always a good way to ground yourself when things are getting hot and heavy, is to go out in nature and, take a walk barefoot in the grass, that kind of thing. And a year ago today, I just looked at the calendar again. A year ago today, we had that big solar eclipse. So look back on where you were a year ago today and the events surrounding it. And I'm pretty sure most of us have come really far from that. No matter what has happened, we have come far, we've progressed. So that's kind of an interesting thing to reflect on today, is where you were a year ago during that solar eclipse. Okay, I'm going to end this, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Have a good week.